What's up, everyone? Welcome inside our beautiful broadcast studios here at Dodge College of Film and Media Arts at Chapman University. I am Brad Benson alongside Nate Kelly here for our final regular season game of the season. And it's an exciting night, Nate.
I mean, it's a huge one. If these Panthers win here tonight, they do secure that SCIAC championship, which leads to a trophy, shirt, and potentially some rings. Not only that, but they're undefeated. I mean, it's been a historic season for them, and if they can win here tonight, they just keep that undefeated, perfect season going.
Yeah, they have a chance to win that SCIAC championship. They've won it twice so far in their 8 years in the SCIAC. You see here the last time they won it just 2 years ago in 2017. You see Coach O lifting up that trophy. They have the trophy here tonight, like you said, and just a lot to play for on the line. Just not only are they gonna potentially win the SCIAC tonight, but they also have been the best team in Chapman history up until this point. A win tonight would make them the winningest team in school history.
That's phenomenal.
Why? What's been different about this year? Why they've been getting so much success?
I mean, not only has every player been buying into the program and what the coaches are teaching them and their philosophies, but their defense. I mean, simply put, their defense has been absolutely phenomenal all year long. And you can see here from these clips that they just swarm. Every single player on the defense swarms for the ball. They see that thing pop out. 3 people are diving. That secondary is been playing well all year long. They have 10 interceptions total, along with 27 sacks. And a favorite hashtag that they have is party in the backfield, which they're hoping they can have yet here again tonight. But, I mean, just every player. Chris Church is on that interception right there. And my favorite thing that they do is they run and they really rub it in your face, letting you know that you just turned the ball over and they picked you off. So if they can continue to play well on that defensive side of the ball like they have been doing all year long, they're going to win here tonight. I don't see why they won't.
Yeah, I mean, that defense has been absolutely phenomenal, like you said. The offense hasn't been too shabby themselves either.
Absolutely.
They have a dominant running game. They got the 2-quarterback system. But when I'm looking at this Chapman offense, one particular stat stands out to me, and that is their second quarter stats. I mean, if you look at their scoring in the second quarter compared to the rest of the other 3, it's not even close. I mean, 40% of all the points they score come in the second quarter, and they've outscored opponents 107-31.
I mean, that's just like almost unprecedented. I mean, that's just an absolute stellar stat. And typically teams, they have their quarter, and usually it's the third quarter because they make those halftime adjustments. But for these Panthers, all year long, it's been that second quarter. It's something about the second that gets them going. And the reason why they are undefeated is because they don't let their foot off the gas pedal. They keep going, and they remain persistent, and they stick to their assignments and the game plan that has been formulated by the coaches.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the second half adjustments. A lot of teams make those, but there could be some major second half adjustments coming here tonight. Tonight is a special night. It is the last regular season home game, and that means it's senior night. For a lot of these guys, they've played 3 years here up until this point, and this is their last regular season game here at home. And we have 15 seniors here. I just want to take a moment to recognize all of them. I mean, all of these guys have made a contribution to their team over the year. I mean, Trevor Ville, he's out this year, but I mean, in the past, like last year, he set a new touchdown record. Hunter Spriggs, what an absolute journeyman he's been, missing 2 years with his battle with cancer. He's back on the field this year. You see all the guys being honored at senior night here tonight. Hunter Spriggs actually receiving an award for his nomination of Mayo Clinic Comeback Player of the Year. The finalists will be awarded later in the year in December at the Fiesta Bowl in Phoenix. But just an absolute amazing moment right here. You see all the guys, all the seniors being honored with their families here for the final time potentially at Wilson Field. And as I say that with a little bit of, well, what if? I mean, what if they finish the last 2 games undefeated, and if the season ended right now, they would be the number 1 team in the West Coast and hosting the playoff game. So what if they get that playoff game?
I mean, if they get that home field advantage, it'll be tremendous in their season to make it, to continue on and keep going through those playoffs without losing a game. And the atmosphere here at Ernie Chapman Stadium, if they get that home field advantage in that first playoff game, will be an absolute advantage to them. We see what the crowd is like during homecoming. I mean, the stands are filled, so we can only imagine how loud that crowd will be if they get that first home playoff game, and it'll just be an amazing atmosphere to be in.
Yeah, we talked about that 2017 team a couple minutes ago, and when they went to the playoffs, they went on an away trip and they got absolutely manhandled and they lost. And so just that having that home field advantage is huge. And now as I'm saying that, I mean, I don't want to get too far ahead of the future. I mean, they still got 2 games and they got a game here starting in a couple minutes. Let's take a look at who they're playing against tonight, the CMS Stags. They're a pretty tough team, aren't they?
I mean, yeah, year in and year out, they play tough. They're well coached, and you can see here the offensive comparison. Chapman is pretty much dominating each category, but those Stags do run 70% of the time. That is their bread and butter. So with getting their starting running back, it's going to be, a tough night for these Panthers to really, kind of not let their foot off the gas pedal and continue to play hard, play well like they had been all season. If they do that, they can win. But you can't underestimate any opponent. You can't walk into any game thinking you're going to roll over roll over any team that comes against you. So if these Stags can just stick to their game plan, they know what they're facing. In the scouting report, they knew what this Chapman team is about. So if they can continue to just work hard, play hard, they can make this a game and make it a tough one for these Panthers.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Both defenses have a tough task ahead of them. I mean, the CMS defense, they got to stop that dominant Chapman running game. Chapman's defense, they've been absolutely spectacular all year. Can they keep that hot streak going?
I mean, that's what you hope for, right? And not only that, we mentioned about Chapman's offense for a little bit. They're led by star freshman running back Marcos Reyes, and he's been killing it. Each game. I mean, he averages 6.3 yards a game. But the Stags defense, they only allow 98 rushing yards per game. So if they can, keep true to that stat, Chapman's gonna have to work a little extra hard, and like I said, they'll make it a ball game.
Okay, well, you're mentioning the Chapman star players. Now, they got a lot of them.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But if you had to pick just one player of the game, who would that be?
Probably gonna have to go with my guy, Reed Vettel, former state champion out of St. Francis High School. And the reason I mentioned that is because he's been splitting time with junior quarterback Jonston MacIntyre, but it's been working well. That system has been working well for him all year long. You can see here he throws a bomb while getting hit, and he just stays in the pocket. I mean, he's stands at 6'5", a typical pocket passer, but don't let that fool you because he can and will run if he needs to and needs to get it done on the ground. He's just a pure football player. Last week against Pomona, he went 7 for 12 at 141 yards, along with 2 touchdowns. And throughout the 7 games that he's played all season, only 3 interceptions as a sophomore is just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, his ball security is not subpar. I mean, it's A1. So if he plays well here tonight, I mean, I think we're gonna have a little bet going on, and you're gonna be the loser. But that's my player to watch, and I think that's my prediction of who the player of the game is gonna be.
Well, for me, I mean, you went defense. For me personally, I'm gonna have to go with a defensive player, and on senior night, I'm gonna have to go with a defensive senior, and that's gonna be my guy right here, Nathan Parkin, an absolute beast as a corner for this Chapman defense. Last week against Pomona, he had 3 picks, and one of those picks came on the final Pomona offensive drive of the game, just a minute left. And if he gives up a touchdown there instead of making an interception, the game could be over. You see right here a game a couple weeks ago. I mean, just look at his ball instincts. I mean, he sees the ball tipped right here at the line and just puts his body on the line, just lays out, makes a play. I mean, that's all you want from your corners. I mean, even when the ball isn't thrown directly at him, he's still making plays. I mean, I don't know what more you want from a player that's making plays even when the ball's not on them. So just the fact that he has that shutdown ability and the ability to make plays even when he's not targeted just makes him an absolute dominant player for the Chapman defense.
Absolutely. I mean, that guy's a Tasmanian devil on that defense. He's running around everywhere. So good pick by you. I think it's a solid pick by me too, and we'll see what happens, who's the winner. But, I mean, overall, these Panthers are absolutely phenomenal on both sides of the ball. So, I mean, it's going to be a great game to watch.
All right, well, that's it for us in the studio. Let's actually take it live to the game right now. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, Brad and Nate. We've got a great matchup here tonight at Ernie Chapman Stadium in beautiful Orange, California, where the 15th ranked Chapman Panthers are going to take on the 4-4 Claremont-Mudd-Scripps Stags. So here's the stage. It's senior night. It's a very emotional night for all the players. But they know that with the win, the Panthers can clinch a playoff berth and their 3rd ever SCIAC championship. That's a lot at stake. And by the way, my name is Aditya Krishnan, here with my partner, Devin Keller. So, Devin, how do you see this one playing out?
Both teams, they're run-heavy offenses. And Chapman, our defense is just phenomenal this season. So I think we'll do really well against the Scripps offense.
It should be a great one to go ahead and see, and definitely like the Mudd-Scripps Stags are 4-4, but they always say a team that really has nothing to play for, nothing to lose is definitely one of the scariest opponents you can have. This could be a trap game.
Absolutely.
For the Panthers. Looks like we're just a few moments away from kickoff.
No, they kicked off.
So the Panthers start off at the 42-yard line. MacIntyre hands it off to Mendoza. Looks like 1 yard loss in the play. I mean, Devin, there you see the Mudd-Scripps Stags. They're the Claremont Stags. They're tremendous rush defense. They're ranked as one of the top teams in the conference.
For sure. I just think that if our O-line can pull through, we could win this game.
MacIntyre in the shotgun, looking over for the play. Mendoza in the backfield. MacIntyre running. He's going to pick up 6 yards on the play.
That's a first down?
And that's a first down. So already Chapman deep into Claremont territory, looking to start this game off on a great note. Looks like there's an injury on the field. Number 57 for Claremont. Never want to see that. Let's hope he's all right. MacIntyre looking to pass. He's going deep. Just overshoots Mendoza, and Mendoza was wide open. Man, that's got to be tough. That could have really set the tone for this game, getting off to an early lead. But nonetheless, it's 2nd and 10, and the Panthers can really impose their will with their impressive running attack. It's average. And then here's the lineups and players to look out for. Jonston MacIntyre, the quarterback for Chapman, and Zach Shorts, one of his favorite targets to look for. And MacIntyre's looking to pass, going deep. He's got it.
Yeah!
Oh, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Nico Ragas, and he almost had that one for a touchdown, and he knows it. He knows it. That's 2 straight plays where MacIntyre went deep, almost had touchdown on both of them. That brings up a crucial 3rd down here.
3rd and 10.
I mean, Devin, you have to anticipate a pass here, 3rd and 10.
Absolutely.
Unless they go for a run to make a 4th down more manageable, maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
And that's probably what they're doing here, yeah. It's the handoff to Mendoza. He's fighting for extra yardage. Looks like he gained about 4 on the play.
Fortunately, there's a turnover.
Should bring up 4th and 6. Those are some hard-fought yards on that play. And looks like they're keeping the offense out on the field.
They really want to take advantage of the defense as quick as possible. Getting those first points on the scoreboard, that's a big deal.
Yeah. So MacIntyre's in the shotgun. Could be a quarterback run on the play. Looks like they see something in the defense, and a timeout taken by Chapman. It's the first timeout of the half. And already it's been an exciting first couple minutes. I mean, Chapman's deep into Claremont territory. They have this opportunity on 2 plays to go deep and get a touchdown. Both of them fall incomplete, with the one to Ragas almost being a touchdown. I mean, he caught it and almost had it. And then 3rd and 10, they go for a run, setting up, going for it here. I mean, this play could really set the tone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And on the other side, if Claremont could come up with a stop here, like, who knows? They could get so much momentum from this.
Yeah.
Like, really, like, setting the tone and showing Chapman that they're here to play, even though they're 4-4.
Absolutely.
Again, here with the win, Chapman can clinch the SCIAC championship. So this is really a big game for them. Again, MacIntyre in the shotgun. This time, Mendoza's in the backfield with him. Hands it off to Mendoza, and he's stuffed. He's absolutely stuffed. Pushed back, too. Claremont players letting him know about it. So Chapman turns it over on downs, and Claremont will take over at their own, let's say, 38-yard line.
Now we get a chance to see how the Claremont's offense will do. You know, they're a run-heavy offense. They run the ball around 70% of the time. Let's see it.
And they lead the league in time of possession, so that's one thing to look out for, definitely. Fogel hands it off.
Oh.
Garrett Cheadle gains about 4 yards in the play. I mean, I know 4 yards doesn't sound like much, but like when you're talking about
4 times 3, that's a first down, you know.
On first down, yeah. Really starts off the drive well. Getting up slowly to the line. Fogel sends a man in motion, hands it off. Breaking tackles, and it's a fumble. It's a fumble forced by Chapman.
Yeah.
And look who it is.
You know, that's actually Claremont's first fumble of the season.
That is actually. Claremont has thrown a few interceptions this season, but
never fumbled. They've always got their fumbles back, and this is the first time.
And look who it is on the recovery. Nathan Parkin. You know, he had 3 interceptions last week, and now already with and they bring out the turnover chain.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow. He's definitely an X factor to look out for.
Oh, absolutely.
In this game.
You know, having 3 interceptions last game, and the Claremont, they've thrown 10 picks this season, so he could be a complete game changer. Tried to run the option.
But like you said, like Claremont's they haven't fumbled at all this season.
Yeah.
Chapman, like, way to go out there for them and force that fumble.
And set the tone, for
sure. Set the tone. In a game like this, when both teams want to run the ball, both teams want to control the clock, both teams want to play to their strengths, a turnover like that can just really like shift the game, because now Chapman has an extra possession.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now, 2nd down. MacIntyre sends Reyes to the other side. MacIntyre's going to keep, and he gains about 5 yards on the play.
Oh, there's an injury on the field.
And that looks like one of Claremont's players.
Number 50.
Number 50. That's already 2 injuries in the early going. Again, never want to see that.
You know, injuries, that's just a game changer.
Yeah.
Losing one of your starting guys, especially this early.
Yeah. On Chapman's side, one of their star running backs, freshman Isaiah Woods, he's missed some time this season as well.
Yeah.
And that's impacted them, but we'll see how Claremont can respond, yeah, with this injury. And it's great to see him get back up. And
So now we're looking at 3rd and 6.
MacIntyre in the shotgun again. You know, it seems like most of the time when he's in the shotgun, it's a quarterback draw. It's a designed run. So we'll see if that happens here again on a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah. But they also could be baiting him, you know, thinking that
MacIntyre
he's going to run, then he goes for a throw. There you go.
Throws it.
That's Spencer Corona.
And he picked up a first down.
Yeah.
Keeps
he's
the drive
only a
moving.
sophomore, too.
Yeah.
He's had a really good season so far.
Yeah. He's 2nd on the team in receiving yards behind Zach Shorts as well. So Chapman hurrying it up, getting up to the line. Again with the 5 receiver set. MacIntyre out of the shotgun. Looking again.
Incomplete.
Looking again for Corona. So now that brings up a 2nd down.
You know, that's one thing I think both teams can improve on is the passing game. You know, both teams, they have really strong running backs and a really strong O-line, so they're able to set the force. But I just think passing is something that both teams should work on.
Reyes is back in the game. Looks like there was a little bit of miscommunication. Oh, and then MacIntyre slips out.
Oh!
He's ad-libbing. He's running. And he picks up. Looks like it might be.
Is that a?
He's close to the marker.
Oh, that's a first down.
That's a first down. Wow, it seemed like he was looking to fake the handoff or hand it off to Reyes, and there was a miscommunication. But then once the pressure got into the backfield, he just slipped out and ran and picked it up.
You know, a QB that can run is so dangerous.
MacIntyre hands it off to Reyes. Reyes! Touchdown!
Carries him into the end zone.
Man, Reyes, what a player.
That's his 11th touchdown this year.
Yeah. He's had 8 on the ground, 2 receiving, and then this is his 9th rushing touchdown. Man,
He's a real key player, you know, getting 83 yards per game. That's great.
I mean, last game, he had that huge 57-yard rush before he ended up scoring that 3-yard touchdown. 19 carries, 132 yards. Man, he's just really made a huge difference this season. Chapman's going for 2, and it looks like it's no good. It's no good. Against Whittier, I think in a homecoming game, they went for 2 after scoring their first touchdown. So it's interesting to see that they're going for 2 as well here. But they don't get it, unfortunately. Coach Owens having a little discussion with the referees. That was
that was Patrick Calgiagno.
On the carry, he was just stopped just short the goal line. Now Chapman's gonna kick it off. But, I mean, off to a 6-0 lead early. Really taking advantage of that turnover. And now we'll see how Claremont can respond. Because Claremont had something going. Like, they had a nice run, but just couldn't keep the ball secure. Looks like, and the Claremont fumble. Picks it up. Has a lane, but is stopped at the 16-yard line. Again, another chance to look at that Chapman defense. Man, ranked 4th in the nation in rush defense. So, but again, Claremont's they're gonna come up slow to the line. They're gonna take their time to run their plays because they really want to take care of the ball and keep their defense off the field and really pound it down Chapman's throats. Looks like a gain of about 4 on the play. Here are some key players for Claremont. So we have quarterback Zach Fogel, and then Jacob Kyle. Claremont taking the snap. Fogel looking for, and it's caught at about the 32-yard line.
That was a great catch.
That was Carter Henderson on the catch. And that brings up a first down. Looks like a wildcat formation here with Cheeto in the backfield, looking to take the direct snap. Sends a man in motion. Hands it off.
Run to the outside.
And he is stuffed. It's a loss of about 4 or 5 on the play. He's going nowhere.
Chapman defense did a great job just giving him no room to wiggle, you know?
And really setting the edge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not letting him get outside. There's a shot of Dylan Keefe, star player for Chapman Panthers. Had Defensive Player of the Week honors 3 times this season. Fogel taking the snap, dropping back. Pressure from Keefe, it's a sack! Man, there's a shot of Keefe and he makes a play. Look at that.
Yeah. You know, he's had this is his 7.5 sack this season, which is great.
And he leads the team in tackles.
Yeah.
Right.
Averaging 6.4 tackles per game.
Him and Parkin, I'm telling you, like,
yeah,
those guys
they really set the tone on defense. Absolutely.
Really difference makers for this team.
Game changers.
Fogel, the shotgun. Oh, looks like this might be a free play.
Oh, with the swing.
Drops it off the Cheeto. It gets taken down at about the 19-yard line.
There's a flag on the play.
And it's on the defense. It was offside. So it looks like they'll have another chance on a 3rd and 20 here. Usually on those plays when you get a player jumping, they advise the quarterbacks to throw it deep. It would have been nice to see Fogel throw that one deep, but he checked it down. But nonetheless, they have another chance.
But an incomplete pass, that's always better than an interception.
Yeah. And he's taken down.
Sack.
Right there. And that's senior defensive end Noah Kajos with the tackle.
Chapman offense getting another opportunity to score.
And Wyatt Harden has been a really key return man for the Panthers, number 83, and he's back to receive this punt. And the kick is almost blocked. Claremont gets it away, and Harden has the ball, turning the corner. He's going back. He's taken down at about the 50-yard line. But that kick was almost blocked. Like, Chapman had pressure right up the middle. Could have blocked that kick and maybe gotten a safety or recovered in the end zone. But nonetheless, at the 50-yard line, Chapman's got another chance to extend their lead.
The gunners on the side, they did a great job getting to the returner as quick as possible. He had almost no room. He was right in his face.
Yeah, that was a great job. Looks like Reed Vettel is in the game now, in the shotgun. He likes to pass it more, so we'll see if we get more passes. Vettel looking deep. He's got a man! Down inside the 5.
A flag on the play.
But it looks like there's a flag on the play. Daniel Roberts on the reception, but this one might be coming back.
Formation, 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
You know, little penalties like that can be so detrimental on a team, just wearing them down and bringing them back.
It's a few deep shots now that like we thought it was going to be big plays, but
big run plays, but they've been throwing it. It's been a lot of big passes.
Opportunities. I mean, this game could be 14-0 or something like that. Another flag on the play. We'll see what this one is, and looks like it's a false start.
Oh no.
Number 88, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So just under 5 minutes or 4.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. What's been your biggest takeaway so far in the game?
You know, the Chapman defense, they're really controlling the game, just not allowing them anything, you know?
Vettel motions Mendoza to the other side. Vettel takes a snap, hands it off to Mendoza. Mendoza's got a lane. He's running down the sideline and pushed down at the 46-yard line. Claremont defense let Mendoza get outside, and he just ran with it and really gashed the Claremont Stags defense on that play.
He got some of those yards back that they lost because of penalties. You know, that's huge.
And Chapman, again, doing what they do best, running the football. And
Absolutely.
sometimes maybe getting like a few first downs and like milking the clock may not be such a bad thing as opposed to like getting the big play.
Yeah.
And of course, you'd prefer the big play, but it was a nice run. Now 3rd and 8 for Chapman. Nico Ragas coming in, and Reyes coming over to the sideline. Vettel sending Ragas in motion to the other side. Looking for a man, and he's got a pass complete to John Krall.
And that's a Chapman first down.
Yeah, that's a Chapman first down. Moving the chains once again. Vettel taking the snap. Pressure off the edge. He's going deep. A little bit too far, incomplete.
Yeah, that DB was just all over him. There's not much you could do in that situation.
It's about the 4th or 5th deep shot we've seen so far.
Yeah.
On first down, it seems like they're trying to go for it all and like really test the defense. On that play, he was looking for Wyatt Harden.
Second down, Commander 39.
Ragas motioning off the field. Zach Shorts at the top of your screen, definitely a player to watch. A handoff to Reyes. That's
Great run by Reyes.
31-yard line. And that's close to a first down, I think about 2 yards short. Marcos Reyes. Talked about the game he had last time. Oh, and it looks like he's hobbling off the field. Man, that's huge.
That could definitely be detrimental to Chapman.
Okay.
You know, he's a huge player.
He's been huge for the team like this whole year,
absolutely.
and stepping in as a freshman, it's almost unheard of, and he's just like been great. Hand off to Mendoza. Mendoza's got a hole. He's stumbling, but he's on his feet, and he stumbles to the 22-yard line.
Gets the first down.
But
You know,
gets the
those
first
extra
down,
yards
yeah.
are just so important.
Vettel. Looking for the play. Got 3 receivers. Hands it off to Mendoza. Mendoza's really their workhorse. Just hand it off to him, and he'll gain 4 or 5 yards every play, or more, as we've seen.
You really have to appreciate the O-line for that, though. You know, opening those holes for him. There's a lot of times he just gets a free shot, you know, down right to the linebackers. Not even getting touched by a D lineman, you know.
We've got 4 seniors on the O-line, just a ton of experience up there.
Yeah.
Really leading
Experience
this
and
offense.
pride.
Vettel hands it off again to Mendoza. He's got a hole. Gains about 4 on the play. And we're under a minute here in this first quarter. Chapman leading the Claremont Stags 6-0. Kind of the type of game we expected. A lot of runs from both sides. Didn't expect a fumble from Claremont, but a turnover, definitely huge in this game so far. Vettel hands it off, and that looks like a first down from number 37, Jacob Rocha. And it looks like the Panthers are going to let the clock run, and we're headed to the second quarter. And something about the second quarter, Chapman scored over 20 points in each of their games in the second quarter.
Yeah. You know,
This is their quarter.
the second quarter, that's when they start just dominating the game, you know. They've scored 107 out of 265 of their points in the second quarter, and that's 40%. You know, that's insane.
And they've only allowed 31 points in the second quarter. I mean, this is really where they pull away from or they have pulled away from teams so far this season.
The first quarter, now they're able to make the adjustments from what they saw in the first quarter, and that's huge. Also, knowing that they'll have this break during halftime, they're able to just really sell out.
Okay, so we're going to head over to a break, and we'll see you at the start of the second quarter. So Chapman in the red zone now. Vettel looking to pass. And Vettel misses.
But there's a penalty on the play,
but there's a
possibly a
penalty.
PI, you know?
Could be PI holding. Let's see. Harden, the intended receiver.
Pass interference, number 7, defense. By rule, the ball will be placed at the 2-yard line, first down.
So at the 2-yard line, what do you expect here? Handoff, play action?
They're going to run it down the opponent's route, is what I believe. Especially with Reyes as running back. You know he's a guy that can just blow through the D-line.
This time they got Mendoza in the game, lined up to the right of Vettel. Claremont defense rushing up to the line. Vettel's going to keep. Turns around the corner. Touchdown! Vettel gets a rushing touchdown on the play.
That was a really smart play by the Chapman coach, knowing that the defense is so expecting them to run it up the middle. Having the QB pull it is something that their defense might not have expected.
That's Vettel's first rushing touchdown of the year.
Awesome.
Man, usually MacIntyre's getting the runs, but Vettel shows that he's got a little bit of legs there too. And now Ken Barrell knocks through the extra point. And Chapman's up 13-0. Again, so right out of the start of the second quarter, that's 7 points on the board.
Yeah.
Expect at least like another 13, 14.
Absolutely.
We'll have to see, yeah. So definitely the type of start Chapman was hoping for here tonight. But it's an opportunity. Claremont has the ball. If they could maybe come up with like a drive, milk some clock, and get some points here, this could really change the complexion of this game. But Chapman's defense is looking to make another stop and just keep on piling
Hopefully
the
another
points.
turnover, you know, that would definitely be a game changer.
Owen Tapia set to kick off. The kick is away. And did that?
I believe it's a touchback.
They're going to rule it as a touchback. It looked like it almost went out of bounds, but just creeped right through the end zone. That's a huge difference because if it went out of bounds, it would have been a flag and the ball would be close to midfield, but now it's at the 25-yard line. So really close break for Chapman there.
Yeah, the ball almost stopped at the 1-yard line right there. That would have been.
I think Claremont returner was thinking that the ball was going to go out of bounds or a touchback.
Yeah, he waited.
He didn't want to get his hands on that, which was a smart play by him. Fogel handing it off, straight up the middle. And that's Cheadle for about 3 or 4 on the play.
Number 24 on the carry, Eric Cheadle. Tackled by number 10, Chris Churches.
Chris Churches is the third on the team with 2 picks.
Second down.
We mentioned Nathan Parkin leads the team with 4 picks as well. Fogel in the shotgun, creeping up to the line of scrimmage. Gets the snap, hands it off. Cheadle again.
He is stuffed.
Looks like that'll set up about a 3rd down and 4 for the Stags.
Eric Cheadle.
You know, if Chapman's defense can hold them right here, this would be huge.
Tackled by
You
number
know,
34,
either forcing it to punt or they'll go for it and have to give it to Chapman on their side.
And we know what Harden can do once he gets the ball.
Yeah.
Fogel. Oh, that's a Keefe. And it's intercepted.
Interception.
Intercepted on the play by Duncan Hager, sophomore linebacker. Man, what a play by Keefe, turning the corner and getting to Fogel and forcing him to throw the ball early. And man, Hager on the other end, getting the pick and setting up Chapman, just as you said. A turnover or a punt or anything on that play would have been huge from the defense getting a stop, and they get the turnover.
Yeah, that's Claremont's 11th pick, I believe, they've thrown this season.
The 9th by Fogel.
Oh, wow.
So they never fumbled coming into this game. We saw one of those and a pick. But I think that just speaks to how great the Chapman defense has been playing.
Oh, absolutely.
So now another opportunity to take advantage off a turnover. We've already had 6 points off turnovers. Ragaz in motion, handing it off. No. Play action, going deep. He's got a man, and that's Harden.
He's in.
He got in. Oh, no, they're saying he was out of bounds. It was a close one. Crowd definitely not liking it. Looks like he was just out of bounds on the play, though. Again, another first down, 1st and 10, deep shot. It seems like that's what they're doing every time they get a 1st and 10. Just test the defense and try and get something big.
Plus, you know, it keeps the defense honest, you know.
And that's Mendoza again for about another 4 yards. I mean, he's really, as a sophomore, even though he's only a sophomore, like he's been like the oldest guy in the running back room. He's like really been a great mentor for Woods and Reyes and contributed a lot to like their success. And he's also really been like their workhorse, and he's just been gaining like 4 or 5 or like just like so many yards on like every play. Vettel stepping back to pass. It's bobbled and it's caught by Corona, and Corona goes out of bounds at about the 28-yard line.
That looks like a Chapman's first down.
At the 32-yard line. Sorry. Man, that's some great concentration to be able to hold on to that ball after like bobbling it a few times. Vettel again in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. No, he hands it off to Jacob Rocha, who again has a few yards on the play. About 6 yards on the play. That's the fullback's second carry of the game. Rocha and Mendoza in the backfield. Daniel Roberts at the top of your screen. Handoff to Mendoza. Mendoza's got a hole. Mendoza's carrying defenders with them to the 14-yard line. Man, what a run by Mendoza right there.
Yeah,
he carried like 2 or 3 guys with him.
It's a big man. You know, he's just got really good patience in the hole waiting for it to open up. And once it's there, he shoots it.
A little celebration there at the end.
Yeah.
And again, Rocha for a gain of about 3 on the play. Chapman again in the red zone. Looking to really break this game open even more in the second quarter. Vettel hands it off again. Mendoza pushes for, it's close to a first down, about 2 yards short.
You know, running it up the middle 3 plays in a row. You think that they're going to try to surprise them with a pass or a run to the outside?
I think they know that they've got Claremont on their heels. They're just going to keep on. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? It looks like there's a flag on the play.
False start. Number 16, offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly changes things because from a 3rd and 2, now it's a 3rd and 7. And we might just see a pass. It's 3rd down and 7 again, as I said, and Chapman so far is 6 of 7 on 3rd down. It's outstanding. Vettel motions Mendoza to the other side. Vettel taking the snap, dropping back, looking for Mendoza. He's got him for the first down. And a touchdown! Or no, he's just short at about the 2.
Tackled by number 57.
Looked like he almost got there, but his right foot might have just got out of bounds before he extended the ball to the goal line.
First down division 3.
And now we got a touchdown. And guess who it is? Tanner Mendoza. Man, he's just been playing so well. It's good. Breaking tackles again and spinning into the end zone, right? As you see in the replay. Yeah.
He's made such a difference in this game.
Barrel. Extra point is.
It's good.
Good, it's good. Chapman up 20-0 with just over 9 minutes remaining in this first half.
That's their second touchdown that they've had this quarter, you know. Hopefully we could see a couple more. That'd be huge.
Man, O-line coach Steve Howard for Chapman is probably thrilled with what he's seeing.
Oh,
just like the running
absolutely.
game, just absolutely imposing their will on Claremont.
You know, it's easy to look like a great running back when the O-line is just dominating.
Already 136 rushing yards, just a quarter and change. Kickoff. And this one's gonna go to the end zone, and Claremont's gonna take it out. And he's got space. Running to the outside, and the Claremont player is taken down at about the 37-yard line. You know, 136 yards already rushing in this game. Their season high is 395. Let's see if they can break that tonight, maybe. 395 in their first game of the season against University of Pacific.
CMS first down.
Fogel under center, sends a man in motion. Handing it off again to Cheadle. Cheadle dances around for a gain of about 3 yards on the play.
You know, they've run the ball up the middle quite a bit tonight. Do you think that they're going to switch up their offensive strategy?
I think they might have to, because Chapman's stuffing them on like nearly every play. But what a 3-yard gain on first down or what a 3-yard gain on second down does is it makes third down manageable. So I think they might stick with that for the time being, which is what they do here at Cheadle. Gains about another 3 yards, and he's pushed back, but they'll mark him down at about the 44 because of forward progress.
You know, Chapman does a great job swarming to the football, having multiple guys on the ball carrier almost every time.
So it looks like about third and about 4 to gain. I bet Chapman's expecting a run, but we'll see if Claremont decides to pass on this play. Fogel in shotgun takes the snap, and he's going to pass. And he's going to pass it complete and get a first down.
Claremont's first down, yeah.
Pass complete to number 12, Carter Henderson.
And that's Carter Henderson again. He had that 20-yard reception earlier in the game, back when Claremont was backed up deep in their own territory. Now has another first down. But it seems like every time a Claremont player catches the ball or runs the ball up the middle, there's about like 5 or 6 Chapman players there to swarming to the football to meet him. Fogel under center at about the 50 at midfield. Hands it off to Cheadle, and he's stopped for a loss of about 2 on the play.
You know, with the strong, quick running back that Claremont has, it's so important for the Chapman D to just stop him before he could get any momentum moving.
Yeah, that time senior Jonathan Bunnell just like shot up the middle and really blew that play up.
Second down from visitor 46.
2nd and 12. Fogel's going to pass. The pressure. And he's sacked. That time by senior defensive end Ricky Medeiros. Man, it's great to see all these seniors just like enjoying themselves out there and making plays. Typically, senior night's last home game, but I mean, they could host a playoff game with the way things are going.
Third down from the visitor 44.
Claremont, 3rd and long.
Fogel in the shotgun, 3rd and about 14. And looks like it's going to be a false start. Possibly, or an offsides. And it's a false start.
False start. Number 73, offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Claremont, throughout the season, has averaged over 200 yards a game rushing. But so far, they've only had 12 rush attempts for negative 6 yards. haven't had positive rushing yards this whole game. Just speaks to Chapman's rush defense and their 4th-ranked rush defense in SCIAC, or in the nation. Fogel under center, drops back, rolling out to his left, goes deep. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Sal Ochoa III. Another senior making a huge play right there.
And that would be Claremont's, 12th pick this season?
Yeah, and 3rd turnover of the game.
Yeah.
Fogel on 3rd and 14, just looking for a prayer at that point. But what a great play by Ochoa that time. And he says, not my way. Like no one's.
Absolutely. He's got some
test me.
attitude
That's
with
what
that.
happened.
Yeah.
Okay, now looks like MacIntyre is in the game for Vettel. So switching out. MacIntyre looking for a man, lobs it. It's complete. And that's Jacob Rocha once again. Man, the fullback, he's carried the ball a few times and now just a wheel route out of the backfield and gains about 30 yards.
Yeah, Claremont's having a real hard time containing him.
Just look at that. Like it seemed like clear. And now a carry and of a loss about 3. That time, Mendoza on the carry.
Second down, visitor 48.
A loss of about 1, actually. MacIntyre running some sort of option. Keeps. And he picks up about
4.
6. Or
Yeah, 5.
Likely
Yeah,
about 5 or I mean, either
Meet
way,
you halfway, yeah.
either way, they're about halfway of the way
Yes.
there to getting a first down. MacIntyre in the shotgun again. Looking back for a play. Mendoza in the backfield again this time. MacIntyre rolling out to his right. Looks for his man. It's complete, and it's
That's
a first down.
Pass complete to number 83.
And that's Wyatt Harden.
And that is a Panther first down.
So we haven't seen a lot of Zach Shorts in this game. Looks like Harden and Roberts are getting the bulk of the playing time at receiver.
Yeah, and Zach Shorts, he's a huge player too, you know, getting 54.4 yards per game. And he's had 2 touchdowns this season too.
MacIntyre got a hole. He's off to the races, and they drag him down at about the 2-yard line. That was close. That was almost a touchdown. Almost broke the plane.
And that is a Panther first down.
Looked like no one was going to catch him, but Claremont dragged him down at about
Barely
the 2.
grabbed him, yeah. You know, the O-line did a phenomenal job that play. That hole was huge. Oh, he keeps it.
And he scores! 4th touchdown of the game for Chapman. Man, Chapman's just getting whatever they can, in any way possible. I mean, you saw Vettel run it in. Mendoza's been running it in. Now MacIntyre.
Yeah.
And the extra point is good. The way things are going, I'm probably going to be saying that a lot more tonight.
Scoring now Chapman 27, CMS 0.
Just over 3 minutes remaining in the half. And what do we say? Over 20-plus points in the second quarter throughout the whole season. They've got 21.
Yeah. I think that really reflects on the coach, you know, making adjustments, in-game adjustments. It's those little changes that makes the offense so dangerous.
Yeah, Bob Owens has done a tremendous job this season and
Absolutely.
definitely in the running for Coach of the Year. Tapia kicking us off. Claremont fields the kick. Out to about the 20 and stopped at about the 25-yard line.
Number 27 on the return, Brian Loudermilk.
You see again, Chapman does a great job swarming to the football. They had almost everyone on that tackle.
Tackle by number 87.
And that speaks to the coaching of defensive coordinator David Bishop. He really teaches those guys to rally to the football.
CMS first down for the visitor 25.
Fogel gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Cheadle, throws it, and number 80 breaks a tackle and is out to about the 32-yard line.
Pass complete to number 80. William Smith.
So far, Chapman's recovered 1 fumble, has had 2 interceptions, and 3 sacks. One of those sacks by Dylan Keefe, and he's now at 7.5 sacks on the season. Just tremendous. Fogel gets the snap, hands it off to Cheadle. Cheadle making his way to about the 39-yard line, and
It's a Claremont's first down.
it's Claremont first down. Looks like things got a little chippy at the end of that play. We'll keep an eye on that as things move on in this game.
First down for the visitor.
Cheadle heading off the field. Man, Cheadle deserves it, bro. Like, he's getting the ball on almost every play for Claremont.
Yeah.
Another handoff, this time to number 33, out to about the 44-yard line.
Curcio. Tackle by number 35. Blake Simpson.
The tackle, number 35, Blake Simpson, freshman linebacker.
Visitor 43.
Fogel drops the
Fumbles the snap.
falls on it. And who's going to get the sack? That's number 43, Jonathan Sheets.
Coming off with a limp.
And it looks like he's a little shaken up on the play. We'll keep an eye on that.
Third down for the visitor 38.
Hopefully get an update on his injury. Keefe coming across the edge. He's chasing after Fogel and brings him down, and that's going to be another sack. 8.5 sacks on the year, 2 in this game.
That is their second of the game.
You know, you could just see the Chapman defense just completely dominating. You know, Claremont tries to run it up the middle and their stuff. They try to go for a pass, and it's either picked off or the man sacked.
And now, with under a minute remaining in the second quarter, Chapman calls their second time out of the half. You know that means they want to get the ball back and they want to get another score here before the end of the half to
Will they put more points on the board?
put more points on the board and really let Claremont know that their hands are going to be even more full in the second half when it comes. So it's 4th and 12. Claremont's going to punt. And we'll see if Harden can get a nice return. Set the Panthers up with some good field position. Punt almost blocked there. Harden's going to let this one go. It's rolling to about the 15-yard line. Smart play by Harden because the gunner was just coming right up on him.
Right in his face. You know, if he would have caught that, he would have got blasted. So, you know, sometimes it's just smarter.
And sometimes those fair catches can be
go.
tough, especially because smart play. No, like, definitely don't want to risk anything in
Absolutely.
half
Especially
time,
now,
momentum.
you know.
Yeah.
At that part of the field, too. They get the ball back right there.
You don't want to give Claremont any momentum.
Yeah, we want to keep the shutout.
Panther first down from the home 15.
Chapman's outgaining their opponents on the ground by nearly 2,000 yards coming into this game. Story's the same today with 175 yards rushing, as we see
Run
another
up the
carry
middle
there
by Chapman.
by Mendoza, compared to 0 by Claremont.
Tanner Mendoza on the carry.
So outgaining them by almost 200 yards here today.
It's gaining about 3.
Yeah, gain about 3 on that play. And looks like they're going to let the clock run to halftime. Yeah, so we'll be sending it to the guys in the studio. But like so far, I mean, like what's been your like biggest takeaway this half?
You know, I think it's the defense that really sets the tone. You know, that keeping the the Claremont offense, not giving them any opportunities to score.
Players run off the field, headed into the locker room. And the score is Chapman 27, Claremont nothing, heading into the half. And the way things are looking, could be another SCIAC championship for Bob Owens and the Panthers.
Yeah, hopefully.
So we're going to send it to break.
Welcome back inside our broadcast studio, everyone. I am Brad Benson alongside Nate Kelly. And Nate, that first half could not have gone any better for Chapman.
I mean, absolutely not. Maybe besides that one missed PAT, but besides that, 4 touchdowns, 2 between Tanner Mendoza and Marcos Reyes, 1 for my guy Reed Vettel, which helps me in our bet that we have going on for player of the game.
Hey, my guy Nathan Parkin, I mean, he had that fumble recovery early on in the game. It was CMS's first possession. I mean, it's going to be a tight battle.
It'll be tight. We'll see what happens in the second half. But and to add on to that, Jonston MacIntyre, junior quarterback, ran in one of his own, and he's been playing phenomenal this first half.
Oh, yeah, Chapman's been running the ball, I mean, just down the throat of CMS so far. I mean, it's been unbelievable. I mean, they're running it down their throats, and they're stopping CMS defensively. Let's take a look at some of those first half stats. I mean, just absolutely dominated by Chapman here. As you see right here, I mean, -1 rushing yards for CMS. I mean, you don't really see that too often, having negative yardage.
I mean, yeah, that stat right there obviously jumps out at you. And, I mean, we talked about it, you know, in this pregame show, how you know, big and strong this Chapman defense is and how many rushing yards they allow per game. And it was only 17 points per game as well. So holding them to 0 is a, you know, just right along their alley, and they're playing up to par.
I mean, it's just crazy. Other stats that you look at right here. I mean, 4 turnovers for CMS. I mean, Chapman has 5.5 minutes more possession time, and you add that up at the end of the game, they're going to have 11 more minutes of ball time. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, if you're CMS, you can't expect to win a game if you're turning the ball over. You can't run the ball. You can't stay on the field when you're on offense. They only had like what, 3-4 first downs in that first half? Crazy.
Yeah, and they don't seem to be running, you know, different plays. They're not switching everything up. So hopefully they can go into halftime and make some adjustments. But I mean, as of right now, you know, nothing's working. It seems like they keep running inside. You know, they threw a couple out to their tight ends, didn't get much yards there. But Chapman is just, you know, continuing to be that force to be reckoned with that they have been all season, and it's the reason why they're undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, just absolutely balling out in the first half. Let's take a look at some of those baller plays by that Chapman team here in the first half. Quite a few highlights. Let's look at some of them. Yeah, I mean, just like I said earlier, they're just running the ball down CMS's throat, man.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Tanner Mendoza on that one drive that he scored, he ran it about 4 times himself and got at least 10 yards of carry before running into the end zone. Right there, you can see Jonston MacIntyre put a move on his defender to stuff it in the end zone. Right there again, same play. Jonston getting in after previous play of his, and as you can see, I'm high-fiving one of his friends who's filming over there for the work study opportunity that she's given. And everything's just been clicking for this offense. Typically a two-system quarterback doesn't work for most teams because you can't get in a rhythm. But for Jonston and Reed, it just seems like it's working perfectly.
I think what helps that is just their straight running ability. I mean, you see here Dylan Keefe. I mean, chasing down quarterbacks like that happens when you don't have a quarterback that's as mobile as Chapman's guys. I mean, you're just going to be absolutely mowed down by the defense. But if you're a quarterback like Chapman has, and you're able to beat the edge defender around the corner, that's an easy first down to pick up.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing about Chapman too is they're well coached. Like I said, they're second quarter is their typical quarter that they absolutely been dominating all year long. But they're going to go into halftime and they're going to make whatever adjustments they need to make. Not much, obviously, but they're going to not lift their foot off that gas pedal, and they're going to keep it going until they really get that championship here tonight.
Okay, so for second half, it is senior night. Are you expecting to see a lot more seniors be in game, or since it's such a blowout, giving some of those younger guys an opportunity to take the field for maybe the first time this season? I mean,
I think a little bit of both. I think coaches will make the right decisions, and when they feel that it is safe to put inexperienced players in to obviously get that experience, and they'll see when the time is right for them to go in. As far as the seniors, I think that they as well will put them in when they see fit. But I mean, if the game continues to be rolling the way it is, I don't see why everyone shouldn't touch the field today, unless you're obviously hurt. But I mean, everyone's playing well. Everything's just going according to plan. So they got to be pretty happy right now going into halftime.
Oh yeah, I mean, those guys are definitely expecting to have a little post-game celebration. They know the trophy's here. They know the T-shirts are here. There's definitely excitement over at Wilson Field. There's a feeling in the air. Players are super excited. Second half coming up with Aditya on the call.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We're here for the second half of this game. Chapman so far up 27-0 in the first half. What have you seen that's really stood out to you, and what do you expect in the second half?
I've said it and I'll say it again. Their O-line is dominating Claremont's defense. Claremont, they don't know how to respond to that, There's no one on him that can make the tackle. There's no one there, so.
How can Claremont respond?
I think at this point, we're going to force them to throw the ball. And, they've had many picks this season, so hopefully we could get another pick.
And, there's that little bet going on between Nate and Brad.
Oh, yeah.
Who do you think's winning so far?
I got to give it to Nate.
So you taking Reed Vettel?
Yeah, he scored a touchdown, and I think that was it really gave him the lead.
Okay. Chapman about to kick things off in the second half. Tapia. Yet another kick.
Catches it on the 2-yard line.
Takes it out across the 20, and stopped at about the 23-yard line. It's Brian Loudermilk, Jr., number 27. Looks like he's down.
Seems to be another Claremont injury. Injuries have just taken a toll on them this game. They've had, 3 guys go down this game?
Absolutely. Unfortunate, but it's
Number 27 on the return, Brian Loudermilk, Jr.
Claremont's training staff tending to Loudermilk. So another thing, Ochoa had that interception in the first half. There's a little thing going on between the DBs on Chapman's side. They all want to fight, or to compete, rather, to see who can get the most turnovers by the end of the season. Parkin's got 4 picks on the season. Ochoa's now got 3. Looks like things are heating up a little.
Yeah. Giving a little bit of, giving Parkin some competition, yeah.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Ruling on the field was the runner was down. First and 10, Claremont. Timeout for injury.
So Loudermilk's helped off the field. Looks like there might have been a fumble on the play, but the runner was ruled down, so Claremont will keep the ball. And I mentioned that Parkin has 4 picks on the year, but last game he had 3 in that game, or he actually had 4, but one of them was called off because of pass interference. But his last interception in that game was with just over a minute remaining, sealed the game. And that was a crucial game for Chapman because Pomona-Pitzer came into the game 3-1 in the conference. Chapman is 4-0. If Chapman lost that game, Pomona-Pitzer would be at top of the conference, and we'd be heading into this game with a totally different complexion and mindset. Cheeto's got the carry. Pushes for a gain of about 4. So Parkin was really a hero for not only last game, but this whole Chapman season.
Yeah.
Because things could be very different.
Yeah, you know, he's a great player, especially with that fumble recovery we saw in the first quarter. That was a real game changer.
Second down, Mr. 27.
Always around the football. Fogle under center. Sends a man in motion. Rolls out. Looking deep. No, he's going to scramble for about 3 yards on the play. Taken down there by number 45.
It's a loss of a yard. So now we have
Jonathan Bunnell.
3rd and 7. What are you thinking?
It looks like they tried to pass on that last play.
Do you think they're
but
going to try to
settled for a
pass it
run.
again?
They're going to try to pass it again.
I think so too.
If they run it, that's just telling Chapman, we're going to punt the ball to you and let you score again or let you get the ball again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's still only 27-0. They can make something happen.
Drops back for
Fogle.
a pass, scrambles.
Again, looks like another designed pass, but Fogle settles for a run, and it looks like they're going to send out the punting unit. So not what Claremont wanted coming out of the second half.
Not at all.
Definitely not.
You know, being down this much in the third quarter, like, that's a real morale killer, you know?
The punt is off. Harden's back deep to receive. Catches it. Turns the corner. Out to about midfield, and he's off. And pushed out at about the 40-yard line in Claremont territory. You know, once he breaks the contain of the gunner, he really can just turn the corner and almost take it all the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's a replay with Harden's return. And the only thing that stopped him was really the sideline, and then once he got to the sideline.
Panther first down at the visitor 40.
You know, they
That's
say
pretty much
the sideline's a defensive best friend.
Exactly. MacIntyre is back in the game. Gets the snap, looking to pass, going deep, and looks like that's going to be pass interference. And that was Benjamin Cooney in coverage. Cooney leads the Stags with interceptions, 5 on the year.
Number 5, defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic.
That'll be Chapman's
down.
first down.
He's got to be upset with that.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely been a playmaker this whole year for the Stags.
Panther first down at the visitor
Now it's an
25.
automatic first down for the Panthers. Haven't seen a whole lot of Reyes this game. It's been a lot of Mendoza. And now a false start, looks like.
Snap infraction, number 58, offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Snap infraction, rather, on 58. Number 58, Scott Craig. So that pushes Chapman back a little. Still first down, 1st and 15 at the 30-yard line. Got a 3-receiver set.
Looks like he's going to throw the ball.
MacIntyre going deep. He's got a man wide open. That's Nico Ragas for the touchdown. This time, Ragas completes the catch and gets the catch, pulls into a deep pass for the touchdown.
His teammates giving him some love on the field.
What a play, what a play. He was wide open. No one in sight. MacIntyre, he gets a lot of attention for how he does running the ball, but that was a great throw on that play. Taking a deep shot. Looks like Panthers are gonna kick an extra point. Try and extend this lead. And they do. 34-0. Chapman up on the Claremont Stags. So it's been run, and then now a
Long
huge
bomb,
pass.
yeah.
A long bomb for touchdown, 30 yards to Ragas. I mean, we saw a few missed opportunities at the beginning of the game. This time they finally connect.
Yeah.
And moving forward, do you think that play and plays like that are just gonna what impact do you think plays like that are gonna have on this team?
You know, they've run the ball up the middle so many times this game. That's exactly what the Claremont is expecting for them to do, is run it up the middle, right? So now you have them, their DBs are playing a little bit unhonest, where they're going for that tackle as quick as possible, which just allows the receivers to get open.
Chapman ranked 10th in the nation in rushing offense. Kick is off. Claremont receives. Out to about the 25. He's got an opening and he's going to go off to the races. He's gone.
Oh, wait.
Is there a flag on the play? He's taken down at about the 5-yard line. No flags, but almost a touchdown on the play.
You know, he really saved that, kept the shutout going, you know?
Man, what a return. Let's see if Claremont can get some points with this great field position. Surely looked like he was going to go all the way, but then John corralled him. Cheeto up the gut. Gain of about 5 or 6. Inside the 5, and it's a fumble? Or they're going to say he's down. And Sal Ochoa trying to recover the fumble and take it back. Nathan Parkin already has a fumble recovery in this game.
You know, that's got to be so upsetting, thinking that you have the fumble recovery in open field. And just hauled back.
Visibly upset, but still another opportunity to hold the Stags out of the end zone.
Will the shutout continue?
And looks like the refs are gonna still waiting for a signal. And the refs are running the clock now, and the Stags are about to go ahead and snap this ball. And there goes Cheadle for a loss of about 2. He's stuffed. By Blake Simpson, freshman linebacker. I know it's 34-0, but deep into the red zone, the Sags are. If Chapman can like come out with a stop like right here, like this is like
It's putting the
something
nail
good
in
to
the
prepare
coffin for sure.
yeah. Fogel looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Broken up that time by junior cornerback Frankie Neres. It's a nice play by Neres. Defending against the slant, that play. Getting up there.
You know, perfectly smacking that ball right out of his hands. He had that, but he just got right in there.
Looks like Claremont's gonna just try and get some points on the board. Kick a field goal on 4th and 6.
You think they would go for the touchdown right now, huh?
Kick is good.
What do you think that says? That they went for the field goal rather than the touchdown?
I think they just wanted to get points on the board and see something positive out of that drive and the great field position. Who knows, maybe just those points on the board will motivate their players or will give them a spark going forward.
But do you think them going for that field goal kind of reflects them almost giving up?
I mean, yeah, it very well could, because it is a 34-point game, and in this stage of the game, when you're down 34, you can't be settling for field goals. You need to get points on the board. You need to get points on the board.
Yeah,
definitely. So it very well could be that Claremont just wanted to get the 3 points rather than risking not getting any points at all. But we'll see how it plays out, and we'll see if that does end up changing the momentum a little bit. A touchdown definitely would have, but on the flip side, they could have gotten stopped as well.
Yeah. I mean, that would for sure be demoralizing.
Kick is off. Ragas set to return.
Oh,
fakes the reverse, and he's
gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He said adios.
He's gone.
No one even near him walking into the end zone.
A 94-yard kickoff return touchdown. What a play. His second score of the day, of the night, and he's going to get a flag for celebration, but he doesn't care. What a clever play right there by Ragas. Faking the hand, faking the reverse, and then fooling the entire kick coverage unit. And there was no one that was going to catch him. Almost high-stepped that one into the end zone.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 1 of the scoring team. The result of the play is a touchdown. The penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Ragas had 2 kickoff returns last year as well. So, I mean, this is something he's definitely been accustomed to, and definitely where
that's
a huge threat returning the ball.
That's just got to be crushing for the Claremont team. You know, them scoring right after. They just got points on the board, and then Chapman just takes it right back.
Now maybe that touchdown, going for that touchdown looks a lot better, but either way, Chapman extends their lead even more. Up 38 points now, 41-3. Man, what a play by Nico Ragas. Catches the deep shot and now has his 3rd career kickoff return touchdown. Man.
We'll see how Claremont responds.
But that's 2 kickoff returns by both teams, right?
Yeah.
One almost going all the way and one going all the way. Exciting stuff.
It just shows like how big of a difference special teams can make, you know?
So Chapman with the penalty, kicking off from their 20-yard line. Claremont could get better field position with this. Claremont feels it at the 20. out to about the 35 and down to the 37-yard line.
Big hit by number 8.
Keegan Romero. So Claremont's got the ball close to their 40-yard line at about the 37. Starters still out on the field for Chapman. Fogle under center. Hands it off to Cheadle. Cheadle's got space. Cheadle's turning the corner. And there's a flag on the play, but he's across the 30 and pushed out at about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, you know, that's a big man running really fast. That's a real dangerous opponent.
Could be called back here, though. Might have been a block in the back. Or a hold.
Holding, number 12, offense. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
That was Carter Henderson on the hold, negating the huge run by Cheadle. See, penalties like that just kill drives, especially when you have big plays like that taken away.
Again, you know, a guy like that, you have to stop him before he gets moving. Once he gets his momentum at a big man that could run fast, he's very dangerous.
He's helped out by a hold, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Penalties kill. Same play.
And a loss of 4 on the play. That time, Noah Kjos on the tackle. Another senior making a big play. John Willard, the freshman, taken down in the backfield.
Second and long.
Fogle and shotgun. Play clock at 8. Looking to pass. Evades a defender. Keeps. And gains enough yardage to get back to the original line of scrimmage. About 3. And it's Kjos on the tackle again.
You know, he did a great job scrambling, but the Chapman D was on him at the end of the day.
Fogle in the shotgun.
Got 3rd and 12.
Keefe.
Looks like there's going to be a Chapman blitz.
Keefe on the rush. Keefe almost gets the sack.
Oh, screen.
And it's a screen. And it's a first down across midfield. Christian Curcio on the reception.
Tackle by number 16. Go Eagle.
Man, you called it. There was a blitz, but
yeah.
What did they say about screens?
Screen against a blitz.
Kill blitzes.
Yeah.
So Claremont now at the 48-yard line. This is probably their best drive so far of the night, would you say?
I would agree. I mean, aside from that penalty, that run that got called back, they are starting to get some momentum.
Fogle fakes the handoff. Pressure. Incomplete. That time, looking for
Pass incomplete.
Nick Praise. Nick Parise.
You know, the D-line does a great job just putting pressure on the QB and forcing him to throw that ball. I mean, there's not much you could do from a QB's perspective when there's that much penetration.
Fogle sends a man in motion. Looking to pass, going deep. And it's intercepted. Nathan Parkin, 5th on the year. He's taking it back to about the 44-yard line. Parkin again.
Wow.
It's 4 picks in the last 2 games. Ochoa's probably a little bit mad, but he loves the fact that the Panthers got a 38-point lead, right? And another interception. What an interception, too. One-handed on the play. In Odell Beckham-like fashion.
Panther first down at the home 44.
You know, as a QB, sometimes you got to just know when to throw away and when to go for that shot.
Vettel looking deep.
Long bomb.
It's almost caught. Almost caught. It would have been a great catch. That time looking for John Crawl. And even with this 38-point lead, they're still passing the ball deep.
Yeah. You know, you think they would just keep on running to run out that clock.
Handoff.
And he's stuffed.
Number 37 on the carry, Jacob Rocha.
And Jacob Rocha on the carry.
Tackle by number 31, Connor Sinclair.
Tackled by Connor Sinclair. And now Wyatt
Third down at the home 46.
Harden coming onto the field. At the top of your screen. Vettel looking and misfiring to
Passing complete,
to
intended for number 29,
Nick Callan, rather. And the Chapman offense is going to go 3 and out and send out the punting unit. So nice stop by the Claremont defense. And with just about 6 minutes remaining in this third quarter, Chapman's going to punt the ball back to Claremont from about midfield. Punt is off. And rolls inside the 20. Claremont feels it to about the 16.
Chapman did a great job having a ton of guys right in his face the second he touched that ball. You know, it just leaves the returner no chance.
All right, so far we've seen a dominating performance by Chapman, but in the bigger picture, Coach Owens, he got a Coach of the Year award in 2014 when they won their SCIAC championship that year and made it to the playoffs. Do you think he is going to be the Coach of the Year in the conference this year?
You know, I think he's got a good shot. He's brought up this current group of players that have gone 8-0, and hopefully they'll be 9-0 after this game, hopefully. Hopefully they do great in playoffs. So I think he has got a good shot.
Looks like there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, number 6, defense, face mask. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So on the play, Christian Curcio carried it to about the 40-yard line, and the Stags are going to gain 15 additional yards because of a face mask on Patrick Calcagno. The handoff. That's John Willard. John Willard.
Tackle by number 35.
Close to a first down. And about a yard short.
It's interesting that they're still running it, you know, with a point differential like this. You think that they would be forced to throw the ball, especially because they don't want the clock running out.
And the shotgun.
They choose to run it again.
fighting for extra yards is
It looks
John
like it's going to
Willard.
be a first down.
And that's a first down, correct.
Tackled by number 23, David.
Claremont's now inside the 30 of Chapman.
Charge timeout. Chapman. That is their first of the half. They have 2 remaining.
So first time tonight, besides obviously when they had that huge kickoff return, that they're inside the 30 of Chapman.
You know, you almost could say that they woke up this half. You know, they came kind of ready to play a game.
I mean, Chapman's just been outstanding on the defensive.
Oh, absolutely. Giving them no room to score at all.
So let's say Chapman goes on to win this game, hypothetically. They lock up the conference, lock up a spot in the playoffs. What do you think coach is going to do for the next game? Rest players? Keep the foot on the pedal?
You know, I think that they're going to keep their foot on the pedal, all gas, no brakes, and just have a great...
But, I mean, injuries could happen.
That is true.
But then again, if you sit your players, then they might not have that same momentum, right?
Yeah.
For the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see what coach and crew do if Chapman is to clinch the SCIAC championship here tonight.
Tackled by number 95, Benny Caparo.
Looks like Claremont's relying heavily on John Willard this drive, the freshman running back. Another handoff. Stopped short for a gain of about 1.
Tackled by number 32.
You know, he had a nice cut there, but he had another guy right in his face. Sometimes it's better just to dip your shoulder and try to get those extra couple yards, especially being a big guy like he is.
Yeah, as a former, or as a running back yourself, like what would you say is the hardest part about playing the position?
You know, if the defense is good and they don't give you a hole, there's not many opportunities you can to get to open field, to have that like dangerous kind of moves.
Pass
Swing to
out
number
to
24.
Cheadle's trucks a defender out to about the 19.
Forced out by number 35.
But main thing is he was
Yeah.
forced out.
Again,
number
sidelines,
35
the defense's best friend.
Yep.
Even though he got trucked, as long as he could push him out of bounds, it doesn't matter.
Claremont
First down from the home.
in the red zone for second time tonight. It's the snap. Cheadle, gain of about 2.
Chapman giving very little room to run the ball.
And you know what? We haven't mentioned it, but Claremont, this drive, made a quarterback change. Zach Fogel's no longer in, and instead we have Hank Harvego in a quarterback, the freshman.
You know, this change seems to be working this drive. They're
Seems to
doing
be
a
working,
great,
yeah.
a lot better job of running against the Chapman's defense. We'll see if they try to switch it up and throw the ball.
2nd and 8. Play clock at 9. Chapman almost jumped.
Choose to run a ball again.
Curcio breaks a tackle. Stuffed at the 10. Still on his feet, but they're going to mark him down at about the 10.
Tackled by number 5, Sal Ochoa the third.
Sal Ochoa on the tackle.
Third down from the home 10.
Just over a minute and a half remaining in the third quarter. It's been an exciting second half so far. Look, some big plays definitely from Chapman. And that huge kickoff return from Claremont, and another chance to punch it in for the first time tonight for them.
They choose to run it once again. makes the cut.
Curcio down inside the 5. And looks like he got a first down on the play. Converting on that 3rd and 2.
Tackle by number 32, Duncan Hager.
Duncan Hager on the tackle.
It's first and
First down,
4.
First and 4 yards to go, first and goal. Looks like they might have jumped, but no.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Ref's not going to call it. Curcio down at about the 2.
Tackle by number 44, Dylan Keefe.
And Dylan Keefe on the tackle. And that looks like David Arhaus running off the field. Might have gotten a little shaken up on the play. There's a shot of Dylan Keefe. And I've been talking about him a lot tonight.
You know, they got 2 downs to get 2 yards. What do you think?
I think it's just run.
Oh, absolutely.
Curcio gets back to the line of scrimmage. And it looks like some extracurricular activity at the end of the play. Medeiros was shoved. And visibly, you can see that Claremont and like their O-line, the team's frustrated.
Oh, absolutely. But you could still tell they're trying to compete. You know, they're not giving up. They ran the ball from all the way back.
And they're 2 yards away from scoring, right?
Yeah.
And that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. And Chapman leading 41-3, 15 minutes away from SCIAC championship and a trip to the 2019 playoffs. Two yards to gain, Claremont. Under center. Gets the snap, pitches it.
Chooses an outside zone play.
And he's in for the touchdown. That's Cheadle with the first touchdown of the day for the Stags. And it's 41-9.
You know, that was good blocking by the offense right there. Gave him a nice little hold to cut back in, and he took it.
You know, strength and conditioning coach and D-line coach Kevin Ashton's probably not going to like that showing up on that touchdown showing up on the stat sheet, but still up 32. And
Kick
now
is
make
good.
that 31. 41-10 is the Chapman lead. So far tonight, Marcos Reyes, the Panthers' leading rusher this whole season, has only had 2 carries, but Mendoza and MacIntyre have been able to pick up the slack with, or just carry the load, to be honest, with 138 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns between them. Testament to the Panthers' depth, because they can really put like anyone in there with like a next man up mentality and rush for a lot of yards. And it speaks to also the O-line and how well they've played, creating holes for all other guys to run through and really control this game from start to this point. Kickoff.
Catches it in the end zone, takes it.
Oh, Harden was faking that reverse, and he still got space. Out
Running.
to about the 35.
Cuts,
Across the
still
40,
going.
Still going. Out at about the 47-yard line. They were running that same fake reverse kind of play. You see guy running across the field. It looked like that was Ragas running across the field, faking the reverse. And then Harden shuffling his way down the sideline. Making his way close
number
to midfield.
14 on Claremont right there, he should have just pushed him out rather than hesitating. That little hesitation cost them roughly 4 or 5 yards.
Reed Vettel in the game, under center. Hands it off.
Oh, he's still going.
Still going.
Breaks the tackle.
That was impressive.
Going outside.
was Damian Martin Bostic, the senior
And that is a
out of
Panther first down.
Salmar, California. Wide receiver.
Runs it to the outside,
Man, that was
stumbles and gets up and keeps going. That's really impressive, yeah.
To maintain your footing and
Oh,
balance on that play.
Just shows the coordination, like the extreme coordination that man has.
Yeah. Bostic in motion. Play clock at 5. Ticking down. Vettel sending Bostic in motion again. The handoff.
Runs it up the middle. Looks like a gain
Number
of
29,
2.
Nick Callan.
And that's Nick Callan, junior out of Laguna Niguel.
Tackled by number 36, Styles Sonderly. Second down from the visitor, 39.
Chapman now at the 39-yard line. Vettel in the shotgun. Hands
Runs
it
the
off.
ball to the outside.
And there's a flag on the play. Looks like this one's going to push Chapman back a little.
It's a gain about 1 yard.
Block in the back, number 6, offense. 10-yard penalty.
So that
Remains
block
second
in the
down.
back is going to cost them 10 yards, which is, that's them getting that first down would just really help them run the clock. But
That's Will Muty, the tight end for the Panthers, starting tight end, with the penalty. Callan in the backfield again with Vettel. Vettel in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, looking to pass, and it's incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 11, John Kroll.
Looking for John Kroll, number 11.
they're going for that the pass just so that they could get that first down, so they could continue running the clock.
Now it's 2nd and 18.
What do you think? You think they're going to run it or pass
I
it?
think a run here or a screen pass or something to gain a little bit of those yards back and not make it a 3rd and long. Vettel back to pass. He's going deep,
Those are long.
and it's incomplete. What a play by the defender on that play. Man, he really got up there to deflect that and force an incompletion.
Fourth down Panthers from the visitor, 49.
It's intended for Daniel Roberts. Cade Muffet on the defense.
Chapman's going to punt.
High snap. Handles it though. And this punt is going to stop right at about the 19-yard line, which is where Claremont is going to take over. So, Devin, what do you think is the mentality here for Claremont as they head into their final game with really nothing to play
First
for?
down CMS from the visitor, 19.
They're going to go into their next game, and they don't have anything to lose. They know that they're not going to make it to playoff, so they're just going to go as hard as they can. They don't have to risk anything, and an opponent that has nothing to lose, again, what you said, is the most dangerous.
Handoff out to about the 23-yard line. Now, Claremont, 3 out of the last 4 years, they've beaten Chapman. I mean, last year, Claremont went on to win the SCIAC championship with a conference record of 6-1. And they beat Chapman 16-9 at their house.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Claremont's given Chapman all that they can handle these past few years. And for Chapman to come out here with a SCIAC championship at stake, It's senior night, and to be up 41-10, it just is really an impressive performance by
Absolutely.
the Panthers.
You know, just knowing that the other team has beaten you a couple times in the past, that really just angers them and fuels them to work harder and really pull off this win.
Number 30 on the carry, John Willard. Tackled by number 46, Mitch Ratliff.
I also want to give a quick shout out to Golan Gingold, fellow Monte Vista Matador,
Third down,
my alma mater.
34.
Looks like Chapman jumped a little,
Fumble on the. Oh, never mind.
and the pass is caught by Carter Henderson.
You know, he did a really good job staying on his feet after he got hit right there. He got probably 3 extra yards.
Now Henderson's like he's had a good game. Like he's caught like a few like really nice passes.
Yeah, he's made some big plays
He's
throughout
made
the
some big
game,
plays,
for sure.
yeah. And as a junior, I mean, like probably a lot of
First down for the Mr.
excitement
41.
around like what he can do next year, definitely,
Oh, absolutely.
and next game as well. Fakes the handoff, looking to pass, and it's Henderson yet again. Catches it at the 45-yard line.
Be another first down.
Tackle by number 9, Isaac Holbrook.
Makes you wonder what if Claremont came out with this force in the second quarter. You know, if the score would be much
First
closer.
down from the home 45.
Claremont dropping back to pass, looking deep, and was that he was looking for Henderson
Pass
again?
incomplete, intended for number 12, Carter Henderson.
Man, like they're always trying to pass it to him, I feel like. But with the win, Chapman is 33-9 in SCIAC since entering the league in 2012. 33-9.
That's crazy.
I mean, that record just speaks for itself. Honestly.
Absolutely.
The handoff
Number 30
down
on
at the
carry,
40-yard
John
line
Willard.
is Christian Curcio. Yeah, but that's an interesting point that you made earlier. I mean, you just have to wonder if Claremont came out with this force or
Third down
just
from
with this
the
ability to
45.
control the time of possession like earlier. It could be a different ball game, but it's a little
Yeah.
too late now at this point. Curcio again, or no, that's actually John Willard on the carry, out to about the 26-yard
Number
line.
30 on the carry, John Willard. Tackled by number 7, Hunter Asada. First down from the home 28.
Now you got to believe that the Chapman defense and coaching staff is really hoping that the defense can get a stop here
Yeah.
to prevent those garbage time points. Looks a lot better on the box score.
Goes to pass.
And it's
Nothing.
incomplete over the head of Carter Henderson. He's always looking for Henderson.
You know, having a favorite receiver like that could be dangerous. You know, you look at them and sometimes you take risks that you shouldn't.
And the defense starts figuring it out.
Oh, absolutely. Knowing
they
that
know-
he's the star, you know.
Then double teams, triple teams.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's important to
They got their
get
eyes
multiple
glued on
options.
him.
Yeah. A handoff this time. And he's off to the races.
Breaks out to
He's
the outside.
gonna score. It's a touchdown
That's a Claremont's touchdown.
by John Willard.
Number
What a
30,
run.
John
He
Willard runs it in
broke it
for
to the
a TMS
outside and
touchdown.
raced on in past the Chapman defense.
What do you think the Chapman coaches are thinking right now?
I mean, they're probably thinking, man, like a 31-point win would have probably looked a lot better than 24, or 25 at this point. But
yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but Claremont's winning this quarter.
yeah. But at the end of the day, they're
Yeah, there's 8 minutes left.
yeah.
Chapman was close to blocking that kick, though.
Yeah. So it's 41-17 with just over 8 remaining in the game. 8 minutes away from a SCIAC championship.
The score is now Chapman 41, CMS 17.
Do you expect a shift in the rankings? There's 16 in one of the polls, 15 in the Division III poll.
I'm sure that this win will increase their ranking for sure.
So I talked about it a little bit earlier with you, but they're probably gonna clinch a SCIAC championship and a spot in the playoffs. What's the approach for the next game against Laverne? Already had the championship and are playing for seeding and potentially another home game, right? Because senior night, but like another home game.
Yeah, no,
That's probably the best case scenario.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
So what do you think the approach is for the next game against Laverne?
I think they're going to do exactly what they've done in the last 9 games. You know, just go out there, play hard, and get the win at the end of the day, because I know that deep down these guys really want to play at home once more. Especially the seniors.
An onside kick. And we'll see who's on top of it. And it's recovered by Claremont. The ref's gonna... Here's the replay. Looked like it traveled 10 yards. And a Claremont player, number 14, came up with it.
Team. 5-yard penalty, and we will re-kick.
And check that, there was actually a 5-yard penalty on the kick, and a re-kick will occur. So smart move, going for the onside kick. You're down 24, 3-possession game.
Do you think the Claremont players think that they potentially could come back right now?
I mean, in the Super Bowl a few years ago, Patriots came back from 28-3.
Yeah, that is true.
Anything could happen. I mean, 24, 3 touchdowns, a 2-point conversion on each touchdown. It could happen. But now you gotta bet Chapman's ready for this onside kick. They know it's coming because
Oh, absolutely.
Claremont already revealed.
They're bringing all their guys up right there.
They might do the old switcheroo and kick it deep. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Ragas feels it.
Catches it on the 3-yard line.
Out to about the 20, and he's stopped at the 21-yard line. So went for the onside. Flag, obviously, negating the recovery. And Claremont kicks it deep. And Ragas' helmet came off at the end of the play. But boy, what a difference he made. So looking forward to the playoffs. What's a team that you think could give Chapman, or do you think this is the year that Chapman is going to win their first playoff game?
You know, I strongly believe so. You know, this season they've beat powerhouse schools in the playoffs, such as Redlands and Whitworth. You know, so I think that they have a strong chance.
Yeah, Whitworth was, I think, ranked 10 in the nation at the time when they beat them. 37-30, right here at Wilson Field. In years past, they've had big games like that, and for example, in 2014, they had a big game against Linfield. That was their only loss of the season, but this year, their big game against Whitworth, they came out on top. So this very well could be that year that they win the playoff.
Correction number 3, Carter Treadway on the carry.
Carter Treadway is now in the game.
Josh Allen.
At quarterback. The sophomore from and Hunter Spriggs actually checks in to the game as well. The senior from Arcadia, California, that battled with cancer for a long time, leukemia, and has overcome so much adversity. And now on this senior night, all of his hard work and everything is really led up to like this point, and it's great to see him out there. And now Chapman is going to punt the ball as Spriggs and the rest of the offense heads off the field.
You can really see the shift in mentality of the Claremont players, you know?
Spriggs is actually the first player in NCAA history to return after a bone marrow transplant surgery.
Chapman punts. Catches it, tries to return.
But yeah, I agree with what you said about Claremont and their mentality shift.
Yeah, I mean, their defense stopped them on.
Yeah. So now 6 minutes remaining, and who knows? A quick score here, 2-point conversion.
Yeah, and you're looking at
a 2-possession ball game. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We've been talking about playoffs. We've been talking about Coach of the Year. We've been talking about all of this. We still got a ball game.
Yeah. You know, Chapman thought that they were winning this race by so much, they slowed down a little bit, and Claremont's really taking advantage of that.
Starters not on the field for Chapman. We'll see how this. We'll see if that changes.
Do you think it's a smart move for them to pull their starters now?
I think we'll have to see a few plays and see this one right here, and it's almost caught.
Oh.
If that one was caught and a potential touchdown, starters are going right back in.
Oh, absolutely.
You bet that was what Bob Owens was thinking right there.
I don't know. I might wait a minute or two more before I pull out my starters. Make sure you put the nail in the coffin before you give it away.
Hank Harvigo has been playing super well at quarterback for the Stags. There's another completion.
Pass complete to number 18, Caden Gallant.
That's number 18.
Tackled by number 9, Isaac Wood.
Caden Gallant out of Paso Robles. Almost tipped that time.
First down to visitor 40.
By Patrick Calcagno. So now Claremont's got the ball at the 40, just over 5 minutes remaining. Harvigo, no pressure, has all day, all night. Completion. This man's still on his feet.
Pass complete to number 21.
It's number 21 on the reception. And they're going to rule him out at about the 44-yard line. So now into Chapman territory, under 5 minutes remaining now. They're just taking their sweet time. Like I'd expect them to be playing with more urgency.
Yeah.
Charge timeout. Chapman.
And looks like Chapman's going to call a timeout. Likely to maybe give their defense a little bit of rest.
Yeah, Chapman's defense, they got to wake up, you know. I mean, it's great to win a game, but it's not as much fun when you lose the second half.
Exactly. I mean, look, they were up 41-3, but they were still throwing, and that says a lot about how they want to end the game on a positive note. And so far, in this fourth quarter and in this second half, Claremont has kind of ridden the ship, and is putting up points, and we'll see how Chapman responds right here. This could be really a nice moment for the team to
I mean,
end
if
this game on a
Chapman,
positive note.
if Chapman could get a turnover right now, it'd be huge.
And then they could just run the clock out.
Absolutely.
That would be perfect. That's exactly what Bob Owens would love to see. Okay.
Just can't let Claremont score right here.
Harvego going deep. He's got a man. It's incomplete. He's number 7
Great coverage.
in coverage. That's
Hunter Hosoda.
Hosoda, exactly. The sophomore.
Pass broken up by
Look at the
number 7.
replay. Man, he got the. He was beat, but he made up some ground and stuck his hand in there and was able to deflect the ball and force the incompletion. Nice play by Hosoda. Harvego in the shotgun.
2nd and 10.
8 on the play clock. Running out. The pressure is
Yes,
not
yeah,
coming. And he sails it over his receiver.
The Chapman D-line has to be a little bit more aggressive. Giving
Granted,
him that
yeah.
much time is just
On some of these throws, it seems like he's just like scampering out to his right or
Yeah.
his left, and he has all day,
and he's
all night.
he's lobbing it too, you know. You have to give him a sense of urgency.
So now it's 3rd and 10 at the 44 again. I mean, I got to tell you, ever since Harvego's come in the game, Claremont's passing attack has been much more successful. Now, granted, that's probably because starters on defense for Chapman have not been playing as much, but we could be looking at one of Claremont's future stars. Out to the right, pass is complete, but short of a first down at the 39-yard line. It'll be 4th and about 5, and Claremont's going to go.
This is a huge play for Chapman, for both teams, you know. If Claremont gets this play, they potentially could tie up the
Make
score.
some noise.
Yeah, exactly. But if Chapman can stop them, then most likely they can
it's
run
safe
out
to
the
say
clock.
it's game over, yeah.
Yeah.
6 on the play clock. Harvego bobbles the snap, dancing around, makes his way outside. He's going to look to run for it, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. At about the 37-yard line, 3 yards short of the first down. And there was that stop that you were talking about that Chapman really needed. And here's a replay. He had a little bit of space, but that was a great play. But number 24, Cody Pereza, holding him up, and then the rest of the defense coming over to finish Harvego off at the sideline.
Chapman has the ball. Hopefully they could just milk out this clock right now, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's one thing that Bob Owens does great is he's really good at controlling the clock.
I mean, we all talked about Claremont being number 1 and all in time of possession, but guess what? Chapman's 3rd, right?
Those rankings might change after this game, though.
Yeah.
Chapman letting time run.
Once again, Carter Treadway in the game.
Low snap,
Hands it
but he
off.
gets it. Chapman tries running up the middle. He's still up. Great job staying standing.
So, under Coach Owens has had several of his players throughout all of his 32 years of coaching Some of them have like gotten contracts in Australia. Some of them have like been able to play in like arena football. Do you see anyone like on this team that could possibly like make it to the next level?
I mean, possibly Nathan Parkins. He's had a great season. I mean, same with Dylan Keefe. Marcos Reyes, he's only a freshman now. Imagine him by senior year. I'm sure he's going to be an amazing athlete.
And it's a pitch out to the outside, and he's off, but
dragging him
down
roughly 7 yards, though. That was Jack Cartwright, the freshman running back. That man had some real speed, huh?
Yeah. And as you see in the replay again, he's turning the corner and
Turning
almost
upfield.
broke away from the defense. That would have been a real nice exclamation point to the end of this night if you could have broken that all the way.
I mean, that's a real dangerous player if he gets to open field.
Yeah. Just slashing through the defense. Chapman taking their sweet time, just trying to run out the clock.
1 minute and 20 seconds left.
Another carry. Down inside the 30.
KJ McDonald on the carry.
McDonald on the carry.
Tyson Day Sano.
Number 20. Clock under 1 minute now.
Second down from the Vision
2nd and
29.
7. Anticipate probably just a knee down, but it looks like they're going to run. Good play, and it's another handoff.
Carrying a couple guys, getting those extra yards.
And it looks like...
That would be Devlin Franklin, junior running back.
And Hunter Spriggs puts his hands up.
That's game.
And that's game.
Chapman now
The
at 9-0.
The Panthers remain undefeated. But most of all, they're SCIAC champions, man.
Yeah.
They're
Awesome
champions.
win.
They're playoff bound. And, man, what a season it's been. Could be the first undefeated season in Chapman program history.
Can't wait to see what comes of Chapman in the playoffs, you know?
And who they play. What a great night. Great senior night. Sending off the seniors. And, well, they could have another home playoff game, but it was definitely a great night. Great way to send their ticket into the playoffs and win another ring.
Yeah. It's a great night to be a Panther.
So, who do you think was the player of the game now that it's all said and done? Did any of the guys win the bet, or was it someone else?
I would probably, Parkin did a great job, you know. He got the turnovers. I would probably say he's the player of the game.
Also, you're gonna give it to Brad.
Yeah,
you're gonna give it.
Sorry,
okay.
Nate, not today, but
no, but I agree. Nathan Parkin had a tremendous game. He had the interception, the one-handed interception, and the fumble recovery, and then also Sal Ochoa, right? The other Chapman safety. He also had an interception in the game as well. Almost had a fumble return for a touchdown, but they said he was down. Defense overall just played a tremendous game. And then what about Nico Ragas, the kickoff return for a touchdown?
Oh, absolutely.
And that huge reception.
Yeah.
Shows that Chapman is not just about like running and
shows
pounding
that
the ball,
special
but it
teams
shows
is
that
really
special
important,
teams
yeah.
and passing the ball is also part of their game. So that's it. So that's it here tonight. Chapman winning the game 41-17.
It's a great game.
It was definitely a great game. Chapman got off to a little bit of a slow start, but then
picked it up for sure.
Yeah,
in the second quarter
was
absolutely.
up 27-0, and then those two touchdowns by Nico Ragas in the second half just really put this game away, especially that kickoff return. That really,
Yeah, absolutely.
because Claremont scored that field goal and then kickoff right after, and it was like boom,
Scored,
just
yeah.
like another touchdown. And it's gonna be great to see what happens next week. But Panthers are playoff bound and another SCIAC championship.
Yeah.
We're gonna send it over to the studio now for a post-game report.
All right, well, SCIAC champions yet again. I'm here, Brad Benson, alongside with Nate Kelly, and we got a little special something going on here on the desk. Why don't you tell us about that, Nate?
A little special treat, as we know, you Panther football players, especially and alumni, tuning in. You know that Coach O always has scoops of ice cream with his root beer floats after a win. We're hoping that today he gets 4 scoops because that's a big victory and the SCIAC champions. So we're gonna do the same. We're gonna have 4 scoops ourselves. You ready, Brad?
Let's do it.
There's 1. There's 2. Sure you can handle all this?
Yeah.
There's 3. And there's 4. There you go, big guy. There you go. 1. It's still coming. It's still coming. 2. This is for you, Coach O.
The entire pint is going in these root beer floats.
Oh, yeah. We'll give the rest to you, Coach O. Don't you worry. That's 3. And there's... This is thicker than I imagine. All right, there's 4.
All right, cheers, man.
Cheers, baby.
Cheers to another SCIAC
Oh,
championship.
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was really good. It was really sweet. Chapman football is probably enjoying that a little bit more than we are. I believe I have some ice cream on my nose, but it's all good. Yeah, well, Chapman just dominated that game, man. I mean, it wasn't even close.
It wasn't. I mean, they came off, right off the bat, just firing on all cylinders. The offense was playing well. The defense was playing phenomenal. We knew we predicted what was going to happen. I mean, we put up the stats, and Chapman was just playing well all around. But here you can see the team comparison. Obviously, Chapman dominates in each score, and total yards. Is especially they got 337 to 243, and first downs they killed as well. And time of possession they were dominating the first half, but the Stags took that over in the second half as they had the ball more, and Chapman took out their starters. But overall, a dominating performance by the Panthers.
You can't win a game with 5 turnovers.
Absolutely not.
It's just that's just the way it is. Yeah, you can't win a game with 5 turnovers. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the second half. Quite a few of them. I know Chapman kind of took their foot off the gas pedal a little bit, but still some plays were made. You see some beautiful drone footage right now over the Atala Piazza right now on main campus. Okay, here we go. Some second half highlights. Tanner Mendoza just barreling through tackles, picks up a nice gain for the Panthers right there. And Jonston MacIntyre, I believe your player of the game was the other QB. You were right that a QB was going to perform well tonight, but I think you just picked the wrong one there.
Well, Reed had me. I thought I was going to get it going when he had that 2-run yard for a touchdown, but he kind of slowed down the second half. But nonetheless, he's happy that the team won. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Team's always going to celebrate, no matter who's the one making plays, whether it's one quarterback or the other one. You're going to see the touchdown run again right here by MacIntyre, just on the little 2-yard run. Just shows the versatility of having 2 quarterbacks that can do it all. In this game where it's a blowout, you're usually taking out guys, but Chapman only has 2 quarterbacks on their roster. So both of them executed well enough tonight.
Yeah.
You're right here. Chapman's bringing a blitz. Dylan Keefe, you're just not going to win that one-on-one battle. You got to bring in someone to chip him, or just give a little assistance to that right tackle.
Yeah, not a good job by the Stags offense trying to contain him as he was bringing outside pressure. But here you see Jonston with a nice throw to Nico Ragas.
Yeah,
not
2 touchdowns for him on the game. You'll see it. You'll see another one from him coming up in a bit. But here's the touchdown again. How do you get that wide open?
Just wide
how?
open.
Yeah, right here you're going to see a great kickoff return for the Stags, but what I want you to do is pay attention to number 11 on Chapman. He is going to absolutely run this guy down. There is nobody going to tackle him. Look at this. Who's going to catch him? This is look at 11, tracking him right behind him. I don't know if you saw Tyreek Hill last week, catching up to his teammate, chasing him down. This is almost as impressive as Tyreek Hill doing that.
Oh, absolutely. That just shows the true grit, and that's a philosophy that, this Chapman football team, kind of preaches is grit. And that was true grit right there, but not giving up on the play and just hustling until, he could save a touchdown. And they ended up settling for a field goal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they would have kicked a field goal there, but they did. Great pass breakup right here by Frankie Nares. Chapman's pass defense, amazing all night. I mean their entire defense, but their secondary really shut down the Stags offense tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Here you'll see that we mentioned earlier the Nico Ragas return touchdown. You'll see it right here. Just an absolute thing of beauty. Almost confused the return man right here. Look, he's going to fake it one way and go the other.
Yeah, that guy is a special teams specialist.
Yeah, basically.
That guy can, good fake right there, and he sold that so well. And he was able to get, obviously good blocking downfield, but he was able to get, a good run. And once he knew it, right once he hit the 50-yard line, he said peace. He was trying to give the Tyreek Hill because he knew he was gone. But he had 2 of those last year,
yeah,
right?
He's definitely familiar with returning kicks, just a playmaker. He's not the biggest guy. He's definitely, his size is definitely a factor, but, that doesn't really matter on kickoff returns.
Absolutely not. There he
Well,
is.
celebrating right there, yeah. Teammates getting in the end zone with him.
But overall, just a great game by every single player.
And
like I said, everyone contributed.
I believe this next play is going to be to my guy right here. Look at number 14. He just ran back. Oh, watch this. OBJ one-handed. Oh Nathan
gosh.
Parkin.
Yeah, that was filthy.
One of 2 turnovers of the game for him.
That was filthy. Just pure concentration on that. Bringing the ball down. And what DB is getting on one-handed? You only do that in Madden. You see that in Madden. DB's pulling down a one-hander.
Oh, yeah. There's a reason they're playing DB and not wide receiver.
Exactly. But Nathan Parkin is just a pure athlete, and your pick, for him for player of the game, player to watch was definitely paid dividends for you down the road.
Yeah, he was hot last week. 3 picks. D3 Team of the Week, SCIAC Defensive Player of the Week. Chapman Football Defensive Player of the Week. Chapman Athletics Player of the Week. Chapman News Player of the Week. Everything. So, I was like, it's senior night. this guy's balling. He's going to continue to ball.
Yeah.
So, I believe that I got that one right and you lost. So
Yeah, you're right. I was a loser. I accept defeat. But the most important thing is that the Chapman Panthers never accepted defeat today. And they haven't all season, so that's more
playoff
important.
bound. 1 week away from finding out if they're going to be hosting a playoff game. If they do host a playoff game, we will have coverage for you right here on the Chapman Sports Broadcast Network. Until then, good night.